Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quant update. So in my very last update, we were still sitting below $110 and I was showing you this structure right here, and I was saying it's a very optimistic structure right here. So yeah, today we actually hit $123 and now we want to look at the price at one more time. We want to look at our structure and see how far we've advanced. And I can tell you with a high degree of certainty that the structure you see right here is probably the best case scenario that would actually happen for the quant price chart right here. And the thing is, we've got plenty of examples in markets. So I'll show you those examples right here, fractals and all those things. I'll show you short-term price targets, long-term price targets, and all those things right here. But before I get into all that stuff, I just want to ask you to help me spread this video by tapping the like button, because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. People looking for this kind of information will now be able to find this video much easily, right? Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would encourage you to do so really, because I do TA on Quant on a regular basis and we kill it more often than not, right? So yeah, without me running my mouth too much, they might actually get into the real stuff. So I'll take a step behind here. On a daily time frame, we've got two lines of interest right here, right? The one you see below is our major line of support, starting at $96 down to $88. So in my own opinion, $88 is the last line in the sand right here. And obviously on top, we've got our major resistance right here, starting at $150 up to $165, right? So these are our main resistance and support lines right here. So whatever is happening in between here probably doesn't mean anything in terms of whether we are in a bullish or in a bearish mode right here on the quant price chart right here, right? Actually, this zone is usually called dumb money zone, right? It's a very offensive term, but anyway, it is what it is right here. So we are now forming a very optimistic structure right on top of that support level right here. On a daily time frame, you could actually say that this is a double bottom that is happening right here, right? But I don't think that is actually what is happening right here, because on a shorter time frame perspective, we are seeing something that is much more optimistic right here, right? So yes, let me quickly go ahead and show you what exactly is happening right here. So this is a Wyckoff accumulation structure I showed you in my last update really, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you some levels here, right? So this would be your preliminary support level right here, and this is your selling climax, right? You auto rally right here, and then you've got your secondary test, then finally you try to take out this high right here. Now this is what usually happens. You either come back down right here and set a new low compared to this level right here, or you don't even set a new low, but then again you have got, you know, some rapid downward price action right here, which no one will understand. But eventually you start bringing, you know, the excitement back into the market slowly but surely, and finally you get to break above your resistance line right here. So I'll quickly go ahead and show you an example. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. What you see below right here, the very lowest price set, is the current quant price set right here, and you can see some two fractals right here, right, which I just copied from this one right here. You see I copied it from the ADA price set back then in 2018. It marked the very bottom of the Cardano price set on that 2018 to 2020 bear market right here. You can still see the same thing happening here. This is your preliminary support, your selling climax, your auto rally, your secondary test with a creek, and then finally you get into your spring right here. So look at how this structure right here set a new low compared to the selling climax right here, right? So in our case with the quant price chart right here, it would actually be suggesting that yes, in the immediate short term, we probably get back to this level right here. You see right here, levels of about 126. In my last update, I think I said maximum level that the price could go is something like $134, because yes, in some cases, yeah, according to the Wyckoff accumulation structure that I've studied, you can actually go above your, you know, your preliminary support right here, right? So $135, $134 is the maximum the price can ever get to. But in my own opinion, like if I want to be very conservative right here, I would say something like $125 to $130 is just enough right here, right, to follow the structure. But as I mentioned, what then comes after that is something that probably, I mean, most people aren't ready, right? But in my own opinion, to be honest, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we are going to be having a positive structure right here. So yes, we'll be looking at something like this right here, and then you get into your spring moment right here. As I mentioned, it remains to be seen if you are going to set a new low right here compared to, you know, the previous low that we have right here on our selling climax right here, right? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and show you some structures. Actually, let me pull this one back right here, because I think we need it as a template right here. Yes. So yes, this is the Cardano price set. Let me go ahead and show you the total too right here. So we had the same structure really. You can see your preliminary support right here. Then you've got your selling climax, your auto rally, your secondary test with a creek, and then finally you get into your spring right here. But as you can see, this structure right here necessarily didn't set a new low compared to the selling climax that we had. This is why I was saying that there's actually a possibility that we don't set a new low right here. But even if we set a new low on the Quant price set, I mean, everything is welcome in my own opinion, as long as we don't breach $88 right here. So $88 is the price target to watch for the Quant price set in the immediate short term, because that's our last line in the sand really, in my own opinion. Right now, if we want to take it further right here, we can actually look at another structure that we have right here, which is the Bitcoin price set, and you can still see the same structure being exhibited time and again. So this was 2015 for the Bitcoin price set. Say that it also marked the very bottom of the bear market. Then you can still see your preliminary support here, your selling climax, your auto rally. You've got your secondary test right here. You tried one more time, and yeah, in this case you got above this high that you actually had made right here, and then finally you enter your spring. But notice how this spring doesn't set a new low compared to the selling climax that we have right here. So yeah, for the Quant price set, this is just the unclear part of the puzzle, whether we are going to set a new low compared to the previous low that we have right here. Right, if I am to go back to the Quant price set, this is exactly what I'm saying right here. It remains to be seen whether we are going to set a new low compared to the $96 low that we had, I think, on the 14th of November right here. Right, but as I mentioned, it doesn't really matter, right? Because at the end of the day, we've got a very optimistic structure, right? Painting better things, right? At the same time, we're actually looking at the DXY, the dollar currency index right here, and you can see that we have broken this parabolic structure that we were in with the DXY. And usually when these parabolic structures break, they break in a very quick fashion. Like, you would really be surprised to see it coming down right here in a very quick fashion. And yeah, historically, the DXY falling has just been like amazing for the crypto market in general, right? So if history is anything to guide us to the future, we'll be looking at something really positive. And I hope, fingers crossed right here, that all these things are going to line up together, and then we're going to have like massive price action happening here for the Quant price set. So yeah, let me show you the fractals one more time before we close. These are the fractals that we are following right here, and they are suggesting that yeah, we may have, you know, rejection in the immediate short term, right? These kinds of price action can actually be surprising, because I mean, they just come out of nowhere, right? But yeah, it is what it is. I'm expecting something like this right here in the immediate short term. Yes, we can have a break to the downside. It's okay, no problem. But in the long run, we are looking at very optimistic structure right here, because we actually needed something like a wake of accumulation structure really to break above this massive resistance, because it is really massive resistance right here on the Quant price set. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, but if you like the content, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, and then I will have to see you on the next one. Take care.